guys, welcome to another episode of Shapely TV. Today we have a special guest with us, Miss Yolonda Manning. Yay!
Hello.
So, this episode's topic is doing it big. We're gonna start by going around the room, introducing ourselves. So new people, welcome.
I'm Latoya, Burris. I'm a co-host. You can find me at Wavy Toya on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Mitsy. You can find me on IG at ITZMTZ.
I'm Sharon. My IG Giggly Coco.
And Yolanda.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Yolonda. My IG is at ymanning77. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for the invite.
I'm Iya across all platforms at Shapely Events, and this is Shapely TV. So before we get fully into our topic, the drinking word of the day is going to be love, right? Because when you do it, you love it when, you hate it when, this, that, and the third. So we're gonna start. Let's start on deficit maybe. Let's discuss some challenges of doing it big. I know I recently had a round table with the men. If you haven't viewed that yet, please go do it now on our YouTube platform. And one of the things they complain about is they hate when women say, oh, I'm a circle and a circle and the circles don't match. And I cringed as I was recording because I'm one of those people who says that, because for me, it is challenging as a person of size, with everything going on, to be with another person of size with everything going on. Does anybody agree, disagree?
I think it's just your personal level of comfort. So, I wouldn't say like, oh, I can't because, we're both the same shape. It's just like, your flexibility, your stamina, your willingness.
Endurance.
So yeah, I wouldn't say that per se, because it just depends on you.
Yolanda?
I would agree. I think I have dated men of size, and actually I don't think that I ever did until I moved to Jersey and was really much more involved with the plus size community, where men of size were actually approaching me. Generally it's like the tall, lanky dudes that kind of like the thick girls. So that was I stayed in that little area. And I didn't find it as big of an issue as I thought. I think that I had perceived it as a larger issue physically in terms of the connectivity for coitus than it actually was. But I will say that it doesn't make things easier, right? So
right.
The size has to make sense, if that makes sense, right? You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that it could work. I will say that the negatives that I had put towards it didn't actually come to fruition when I actually started to date men of size. So it wasn't as big of a deal. But I also know that there are other challenges that present themselves than when you're dating some tall, lanky dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm highly anticipating Sharon's response.
So, my input is, you make whatever you want work. Like, if you want to make it work, you make it work. I don't think it has to do with your weight. I don't think it has to do with your size. There's a lot of things out there that you can just try if you're both big people or plus size people. My preference, I don't really have a preference because I've dated little guys, lanky guys, big men, fat men. But I really don't have a preference. I think it's just the way they treat you, and if they're good to me, then I'm gonna make it work.
Yep.
Just me anyway. Back then, probably not. I was more shallow. Maybe I don't want to use the word shallow, but back then I used to like smaller guys. But now I don't think I don't really aim towards the small guys anymore. I want to be protected. What is a linky guy gonna do for me?
Excuse me?
But stand back.
He can rough that now.
Stand back and let me fight.
maybe I'm biased because I did have like a near-death experience. I'm legit not lying. People think I'm exaggerating when I talk about this experience. Like, I'm an asthmatic, and I legit thought like I was gonna die.
You should have pumped your asthma medication.
I had to reach for it. You know, like in the movies when somebody's like reaching for the gun in the nightstand? Like, I was legit reaching for the asthma pump, like, bruh. But then I think, I don't know if maybe he wasn't cognizant of how heavy he like actually was.
Sure.
But when I say all that weight was on top of me, like, oh my gosh.
That's why you're supposed to get on top, sis.
I think
if you die, you die.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
And I really think that was like a traumatic experience for me because it really shaped my perception. And I was just like, nah, like never again. But I like in this phase of my life, I find myself more open and even dating like more men of size. But I definitely think that experience like definitely shaped my perception of intercourse with a plus size, intimacy with a plus size man, or whatever the case may be. And maybe, who knows, maybe if it happened and I loved it or something, my perception would be different. But that left me scarred for a little.
I think too, though, it matters like where the size is. Like, you know, like if you have large stomach or a large fupa and he's a man of size that is not a man of size, if y'all following. Okay.
Right there.
It ain't working. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's all this extra in the way.
Leg, Yolonda. It works if you lift up the leg. Lies.
But sometimes they can't. They can't do it sometimes.
I mean,
girl of a guy. So then, what? They can't lift up your leg?
I mean,
you mean the BBW can probably lift up a leg, but okay. Every BBW is not a flexible BBW.
That's very true.
That's very true. But sometimes the guy is weak.
It doesn't matter if you have a fupa. It doesn't matter if your thighs are heavy or your hips. If you're not flexible, you're not flexible. Even skinny women are not flexible.
This is very true.
Like, okay, you make it work.
But you also have to take into consideration if the guy is having issues, like maybe he has a big stomach and he doesn't have physical strength or stamina for that. That might be too much action at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you probably only handle one thing at a time, like literally.
I want to backtrack a little bit for the comment when we said, if you die, you die, because it's funny that originally came from, I feel like, a female perspective.
Yep.
The guy. Yeah. And it's just funny how, like, in Aya's experience that she said was traumatic, it's like women can be so hypocritical sometimes, because it's like it's okay for him to die, but we can't die during the action. So, you know, I just think that's interesting.
Standard. It's a double standard when it comes to men and women. Definitely.
So I want to call an audible here as the producer of this show, because we've been saying like fupa a lot. So one, shouts out to Toya on her fupa tea, which you could get in the Shapely Shop. And the new word of the episode is fupa. So if you're 21, over 21, take a shot. But back to what I was saying, like I agree, and it's not until, you know, I spoke to Sharon about it, who betrayed my confidence and shared it, that I got a lot of flack and backlash about it. But, you know, some people felt the need to call me and say, or get on the phone and be like, nah, B, we fine. We don't have them problems or whatever. So again, I honestly think that it was maybe as I got older that thing. But and I'm with Yolonda on that one. Like, every man of size might not be a man of size. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And also with Mitsy, like, I know there's times I had to like work on my flexibility. You know what I'm saying? Take a yoga class or two.
I stretch every day.
I could.
Squats, B. Working them squats.
Every day.
So you can ride.
Help the cause. I'm helping. I'm being the change I want to see. Right?
Okay. Okay.
That's good.
So now on the flip side, let's discuss some great things about it. Sharon?
Great things about
Sharon's
what?
the expert.
Great things about being with a BHM?
A big guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is great about being with a big teddy bear. I mean, if you like bones and you want to feel like you're by yourself at night, then you date a skinny guy. Everybody has a preference. I generally, like I said, I've dated slender guys, I've dated tall, lanky guys, and then I've dated men of size. And to me, I just feel like men of size are better.
Sharon, I will say that, like, when you said, I remember the first time I was intimate with the Yardies, the Jamaicans, we say amaga man. I was like, where is he?
Disrespect.
So I always preferred my guys to be a little bit bigger. And I don't think dated like a really heavy guy, but just when I say different, I always like the football player type of guy. And I'm not talking about the quarterback, like those.
Aya likes branches. I like the tree trunk.
Yeah. First of all,
I like the trunk of the tree. I don't want a branch or a limb. I don't.
You know my whole dating history.
I know. I be knowing.
I tell people I personally don't have a type. Like whoever comes in and treats me right, like I'm good. It just so happens like the big dudes. I think now.
That's not true. That's not true. You don't lie to your audience. You have a type.
Sharon, air it out, girl. Air it out.
At this age, now bigger dudes are checking for me, and I like it. I talk to bigger dudes.
You only talk to them. You're wasting the bigger dude's time. But
I was talking to yesterday, and I think he's amazing, right? But I go for who checks for me really, and bigger dudes really don't be checking for me like that. And let me just say, bigger dudes of quality, because we could all agree as women that we're not gonna take anything just because it's
right.
So you gotta, it has to be substantive. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. I like big guys, so I like big guys.
That's
I like
PSA
fat
for the
guys.
day. Sharon likes big guys. Period.
I love big guys.
I cannot lie. So you have any pros, YOLO?
I don't have any preference, really. I mean,
Well, what are some pros? Like we discussed the cons and.
No.
So.
What the hell you mean you ain't got no pros, YOLO?
I'm gonna say that for me, if you're a sensitive person, it feels pretty good because, like, full disclosure, like one time I gave a hug and I was like, this feels great, and then I was like, is this how men feel when they hug me? Because this is pretty awesome.
Absolutely. I don't think I treat a BHM different than I want a skinny guy to treat a BBW. So to me, it's like there's always a double standard. Like BBWs want to be treated some type of way.
Yes.
They want to be loved. They want to be accepted. But when it's a BHM, it's a different story. Yes. Like, oh, I don't like he got a fat stomach. His stomach is over his pants. He got man boobs. Like, girl, stop it. Like,
and I'm like, we call bullshit, right, Sharon?
Yeah, like that's a double standard. Like, there's double standards in life, and I get it. But like, women, I'm BBW. Like I said, I want to be treated the way I want to treat a big man the way I want somebody to treat me, whether he's slim, slender, or a BHM. Like, I'm not gonna treat him. And when I hear, like, I have a lot of friends that don't even look at big men. Like, they're like, ooh, he has a man, or what do they call a dad body? And I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, because he has a little pouch on his stomach. I was like, are we serious right now?
Yeah.
But this is society now. Like, I'm not looking for a guy with no six-pack.
That's one of the things.
Why he has a six-pack, I have a six-pack of rolls. Like, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not.
Juan from Curvy Ventures called it a keg. He was like, yes, he had the six pack, he has the keg.
Yeah, like I'm not. And I just think there's always a double standard. Like women expect men to be a certain a BBW women I'm talking because I'm a BBW. And a lot of my friends, most of my friends are plus size, girlfriend. And I want to say most of them, 99.99999 of them don't like big men.
That's we might as well just say all of them then.
And not for nothing, but it is hurtful. That's a lot of the feedback that I got, that I received. It's like, you know, they posting all these memes and it's never like the big guy. It's always some ripped guy, and even Asha's like, yo, I'm just sitting here with my B cups, as he called them, like, yo, what happened to me? You know what I'm saying? So
now, like women, BHM and BBWs, they're sloppy big men. I don't like sloppy big men.
Right.
Like they're sloppy BBWs. You know, like you just have to take care of yourself, whether you're 400 pounds or whether you're 150 pounds. Just carry. You know, some people don't carry their weight well, which is fine. But you know, you have clothes that are according to your size and to your fit, and you're gonna look nice. That's just the bottom line. I don't really like. You know, it doesn't really matter to me.
So, are there any recommended positions if two people of size decide to go at it? Or is it chat mania all day?
Well, doggy's always going to be a good one. I mean, it's the easiest one for everyone to do what they need to do and for him to get where he needs to be. If it's very
if he's the right size.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because then, you know, if you got a lot of middle going on, you might not be able to reach effectively.
And that's only if you don't have, like, if a woman doesn't have a large gluteus, right? Like if she's got a very large bodonk.
Right.
No, but it's also about in that position, that woman also needs to be. There's an angle to the doggy style that it needs to be the right angle.
Right.
So a lot of women be real lazy with it. Like you can't. You really need to be. Your belly needs to be on the stomach, on the bed, like for real.
Tell us more.
It's true. She right.
Do a demonstration. Show us what that looks like.
That's for the OnlyFans.
That's the OnlyFans.
We need an OnlyFans shit.
Reverse cowgirl, I bet would work really well with two people of size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you could lean, right? And then your both fupas are out of the way, right? I feel like that would work.
This will probably be pressing up more against either your butt or your back at that point, right?
Right, but I'm saying the parts that need to intertwine, nothing would hinder them.
Okay. And if all else fails, y'all can take yoga classes together. Like,
hey, there you go. There you have it.
Building, right?
Practice your downward dogs, guys.
So, are there any what are our insecurities as plus size women doing it big? I know one of my biggest ones used to be getting on top. Like I used to legit like have a whole nervous breakdown in my head and a whole pep rally like, Iya, you can do it, you can do it. Before lunging, like, you know what I'm saying?
I just totally imagined that in my head and it's so funny.
Oh my God.
Well, if you know me as a person,
I had an Ally McBeal moment.
Yeah, people know. Like sometimes I have to. Iya, you got this. Iya, you got this. Like, that's just me. But I know like that's one of the biggest insecurities that that plus size women have. Is there anything else anybody has any they would like to share? Oh, y'all just
like for me, it's like I don't have a problem with getting on top, but it's like I think it's when it's with a new person that's when you might doubt yourself. When it's with someone you've been with for a long time, it may not necessarily be the case because you're more comfortable. So I would say it's more so when you're starting something new with someone. I think as a plus size woman, I sometimes might psych myself out. And then I like remember that, you know, I'm 100% that bitch. And just let you release it. You release it.
Yes.
So what would help you like overcome that though? Like for me, it's like positive reinforcement. Like I want to know that you think it's like great. Else I'm gonna be like, in my head, I'm gonna be like, am I too heavy? Is he liking it? Is he not liking it? Am I doing the right thing? So it's like, let me know, like I'm okay, so I don't like freak out midair. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I guess. Yeah, that's a conversation. And then, like I said, when it's with a new person, like that's kind of scary to have that conversation because it's like you're like y'all are both new to each other. And what if they think it's trash? That's totally gonna hurt your ego, you know?
yes.
But
I think for me, I used to be extremely self-conscious, like getting on top, like he's gonna see my stomach and my fupa and everything's flopping around and it's not cute and blah blah blah. And so as I've gotten older and just started to not really give a shit anymore, then now I just feel like I don't know what to do because I didn't practice all those years when I was young and in shape. You know what I mean? And so now for me, it's less about what I look like and more about I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna ride that bull for about 1.3 seconds and then I'm tired, right? And so then I always feel like he's judging me because like, damn bitch, you ain't got no stamina? No, I
like,
don't.
that's it.
No, that's it. That's all you get. Like, you better not hear, or it's just we're gonna have to redo it over. So like, I think I'm more like I'm more nervous about like, oh my God, am I gonna be able to do this long enough to like get this fool off, literally, because all those years I wasted not doing it because I was just like
those
weird about my body.
years of yours,
girl, the prime on top. Does he die? Don't care. Years. Yes.
The prime years are now.
I want to hear from Mitsy because I swear I live vicariously through Mitsy. Spill the beans, girl.
I mean, I think the only thing that's bothered me, like, how does everything look?
Oh, okay.
From their point of view. But I mean, outside of that, like, I do my thing, so I don't really care.
Hey,
Mitsy just throwing all the sprinkles on the Sunday. It's like
like, here, take that, talk to that later.
Everybody,
like, I'm throwing it back.
With nudity, because I remember like a while ago there was this whole thing where like plus size women like always either had the lights off or their shirt on. So
no, not for me. But then again, I was in a long-term relationship, so I was really comfortable with that person at that point. Right. But even now, like, you know, I'm dating or whatever, like I'm not I don't have a problem with being nude. Like if the dude put on the lights, I wouldn't be like, oh no, don't put on the lights. Nope. Because I'm just like, so I just really believe in like us getting over our own body issues and insecurities and just embracing our bodies. You know, I really believe in that and want to be a proponent of that. So I feel like your energy, if you don't come through like really believing in what you're delivering or in like all of this is a gift, my guy. So you're gonna appreciate this gift. So if you don't appreciate this gift, then I will take the gift and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. You know, like I really embrace I'm not scared of the dark. I'm not scared of the light.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the dark, but I'm not scared of it.
Everybody else good with nudity? I guess.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I will say though, like I barely ever like just go to bed like naked. I always have some type of shorts on because I am still really weirded out by my fupa.
Really?
I
sleep
am.
naked.
I can be naked. It's weird. In the moment I can be naked. I can be naked like leading up to the moment, like going, you know, to wash out. Like all of that is good. But like if I'm sitting there for too long, I don't like that bitch has to be contained. I don't like it just like out and about doing its thing. I need like panties or like pants or shorts or I've always been that way.
No
I've always been that way.
I like sleeping naked. I just discovered it and I'm a total advocate for sleeping naked. Everyone should sleep naked.
Oh, okay.
But keep an outfit next to you just in case, like.
You gotta get out real quick.
Have that robe ready. Have that robe ready.
You want to be ready in the street. Just naked. So I'm going to wrap that up here. And the next segment is the events we're looking forward to. Woo-hoo! So, of course, there's Shapely Ski happening in January from the 14th to 19th at the lovely Shawnee Resort in Pennsylvania. I hope you can join us. BBT is having a trip to Cancun in October of 2020, staying at the Breathless Resort. If you watched last episode, you would know how much we love it. And you can also view our review on shapelyevents.com. Curvy Ventures and Next Level Plus teamed up and are bringing you Miami Mega Bash, which is the first of its kind. There's never been a bash in Miami. And Pretty Plus and Proud is having their first Spring Fling Weekender in April of 2020. So that's what we know so far. As soon as we know more, we'll put the events up. But those are the things as of right now that we're looking forward to for next year, being that this year was a dub. So thank you guys for watching. And I'm Iya, and you can find me across all platforms at Shapely Events or my personal at Cute by Definition. Toya, to you.
And I'm Toya, and you can follow me on Instagram at Wavy Toya, and I'm gonna pass it along to Sharon.
I'm Sharon. You can find me on Instagram at Giggly Coco, GIGGLY COCO.
And I'm Mitsy. You can find me on IG at ITZMTZ.
I'm Yolonda. You can find me on Instagram at YManning77.
And that's another episode. Thank you guys. Bye.